I'm the executive director of Girls Inc. of Long Island. We are a girls organization that serves girls between the ages of 5 and 18 with research-based programming. We are the local affiliate of a national organization. We've really only been active for just going on 3 years. An executive director is more around creating the space, right? So creating the space in the community, creating the space among other organizations, creating the spaces in the schools to bring the programs, doing a lot of fundraising, a lot of leadership. So being out in the world, being out in the community, talking about girls' issues, being able to speak on girls' issues.
Right.
The programs that we deliver are not designed to replace anything that you're doing in school. It really is designed to make connections between your general learning and the real world. So we have programs around economic literacy, media literacy. We also have an enormous STEM program. So my background is in working primarily with homeless youth or high-risk young people. I also then worked with parents and young families, and so I did a lot of parent training and parent education. I always wanted to create my own youth center. I actually started on the board. I was actually invited to join the board of the organization, and then the organization was going through a tremendous amount of flux and transition, and I stepped into the executive director's role. I love working with girls. I love knowing that we are doing something, we're giving girls something that they're not getting somewhere else.
Right.
We are going into communities that are not otherwise getting the same kinds of services. So those things make me feel really good. I feel like I'm making a difference. I feel like I'm a part of a system that is affecting change, which I love. Challenging pieces, I would say fundraising is always difficult. I think that as a social worker, as somebody who really believes in social justice and equality, I have a certain orientation to the way that things are or the way that things should be. And in my role, I find that sometimes I have to be mindful. I really have to bite my tongue sometimes. I cannot be as outspoken as I sometimes would like to be.
Right.
So sometimes the political aspects of being in a leadership role where you really want to make sure that you are engaging and exciting people and letting them know your passion without alienating them. And as always, just working with difficult personalities on the journey, which I think everyone faces.
Yeah.
I have my undergraduate degree as an interdisciplinary poli-sci sociology psychology. You can tell I was trying to figure out what I was going to do, and then I found myself working at a youth shelter, discovered social work, and found that was really where my passion was. So I have an MSW and I also have an MPA, so a Master's in Public Administration.
Okay.
And in many ways, that combination has been perfect. I think having my MSW has really helped shape, and not just shape, but really help define how I can understand my own views.
Right.
I don't feel as scattered and as all over the place. I feel like, oh, it makes sense. So in many ways, that's been great. And then the MPA has been really wonderful because it has really highlighted for me that, in terms of working in a nonprofit, there's this misunderstanding in the world that nonprofits are these disorganized hodgepodges of people, but we are running a business.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have grasped as fully without my academic learning. My particular role is more meso-macro. So in certain areas, when I am more engaged in policy or advocacy, I think that I am looking at a more macro perspective. But I would say operationally on a day-to-day, it's pretty meso because I am very connected to the relationship building that we're doing with the girls and the families that we're working with. We really focus on rights and opportunities of women and girls. A lot of our focus is on really ensuring that we narrow the gaps, that we level the playing field. A lot of work around social equality and social justice. We have a really strong focus on helping girls navigate through a lot of the societal issues that impact them. To be mindful of how we speak. If we keep making jokes about it, we become desensitized to how important the struggle is. You know, and the struggle is important. And if we joke about it all the time, then we don't give it its proper the proper attention to really address those issues. By engaging other people in the conversation, even men in this conversation, it is important, and that is how you really affect change, is when you don't sit back and allow things to go down. Who run the world, girls? Who run the world, girls?